This is WMTR Morristown, and you're inside the Doo-Wop Drive. Doo-Wop Drive. Another hour of street corner sounds starts right now. Right now.
Now, this is exciting. This is almost as much fun as being live. Well, yeah, it is. What the heck? And here we go, hour number 2 on Doo-Wop Drive. I am Alan David Stein, and I'm going to say something now that I have been waiting months to say, and I can finally say it. We figured it out, how to do this, so we have guests.
Love is strange. Yeah, yeah. Lot of people, they take it for a game. Once you get it, you never want to quit. No, no, after you had it, you're in an awful fix. Many people, they don't understand. No, no, they think love is money in the hand. Your sweet love is better than a kiss. Yeah, yeah, when you leave me, sweet kisses I will miss.
Oh, Sylvia,
Yes, Mickey.
how do you call your lover boy?
Come here, lover boy.
And if he doesn't answer?
Oh, lover boy.
And if he still doesn't
Well,
answer?
I simply say, baby. Oh, baby. My sweet baby. You're the one. Baby. Oh, baby. My sweet baby. You're the one. Baby, oh baby, my sweet baby, you're the one.
AM 1250 WMTR, WMTRAM.com, also on radio.com. I am Alan David Stein, and this is Doo-Wop Drive, and I am so thrilled to welcome to the show. Well, let me just tell you the backstory. I think the first time we met, wasn't it at Stu Pushkin's singer show, right? Have you, Doreen,
yep.
I was going to say, you're nodding. This is radio. You have to.
I know.
Anyway, so, he said, Stiletto and The Saxman are going to be here. I said, oh, cool. I'd never seen them. I've heard they're great. And you know what? They were great. Not only did I get to see them, but we sat together and had lunch and everything, and it was wonderful. So, Stiletto and The Saxman, a.k.a. Joey and Doreen Arminio, a married couple and a wonderful couple. And guys, welcome to Doo-Wop Drive.
Oh, thanks for having us. We're excited. Thank you.
This is great. Tony Dean, who is on with us. Now, I'm looking at Joey and Doreen, and for Tony, I'm looking at a castle on Zoom here. So this,
That's really picture my house.
yeah, it looks great.
Castle Rock.
And by the way, a little bit, I know you're a technical guy, like, with this stuff. We finally, with Tony, we figured out how to get Zoom to work and record and everything. And so I got the recording and figured the easy way to do this is go into, Explorer or whatever and, just put on there, search for Zoom. And this is where I have my database of all the music. So all of a sudden, what am I looking at? Zoom, by the Collegians, Zoom, Cadillacs, it just dozen songs. I'm like, no, but we did find it. But anyway, now you guys are, well, let's start at the beginning. Did you guys meet and were you married and then the music came, or did you meet through the music? Tell us the story.
Well, we met through the music. I'm originally from New York, and when I moved to New Jersey, I was looking for, just some kind of creative outlet to sing. And I had I'd been a dancer in New York, and I really wasn't a singer. But
where in New York? Where in New York are you from?
In the city, Manhattan.
Okay.
Classical dancer. And then, I wanted to sing. So I gave it a try and I auditioned. I went on one audition. I saw this little ad in the East Coast Rocker, I think it was. And it was Joe. And he was doing oldies, and that's how we met.
And were you into this music before that?
Yeah, I mean, I always loved this music. I didn't know it as much as he did, but I had done some community theater, and I had just done Grease. I played Rizzo, so I was kind of into it, It was kind of the next step right after that. I was like, yeah, I know some oldies. Yeah,
one of my all-time favorite plays. I actually saw back in '71, I think it was, the original cast with Barry Bostwick, from...
I love Barry Bostwick.
Yeah, he was the original Danny Zuko.
Oh, was he?
Oh, God, yeah, he was the best.
Know that.
Best one ever.
I knew him from Rocky Horror. That's where I knew him from.
Of course. And what you need, what you need to do is get the original cast album, not the movie soundtrack, of Grease, and you'll hear how good he was.
Oh wow!
It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I did too.
But then you guys started singing together, and where'd the whole thing come from? The stiletto part and the saxman. Obviously, you play it fantastically. But where'd the name come from?
Well, originally, I was around the circuit since 1980, of course, and I was doing the oldies, just keeping the oldies alive. Then I was in and out the whole Asbury Park scene during the mid 80s with the Bruce Springsteen stuff, Eddie Testa, Joe Bonanno, all those guys. Right. And then later on, as the end of the era kind of, the music was moving on, but I wanted to do something different. So I started hitting on the Rat Pack and the whole Atlantic City. I wanted to go to Atlantic City, and I wanted to have, zoot suits and feather boas and stuff. And me and my keyboard player, Nick Valla, we were trying to get it all together. And I said, we want to do Atlantic City. We want to be like that old, Rat Pack type thing.
Sure.
And he goes, well, Joe, you're gonna need a skirt. And I'm gonna I'm gonna need a skirt. Well, I guess I'll wear a skirt. I didn't really want to wear one, but I'll do it if I have to. No.
There's a visual I didn't need, but anyway, go ahead.
Exactly. And I'm sitting there, and then he said, no. You need to add a girl to your group, to your show. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then he goes, all right, well, find a girl singer. So I put the ad in the paper, and I went through like 22 singers. Most of them were very rock and roll, or very Broadway, or there was no one who could really do what we needed to do for the music I wanted to do. She came along, she was like the last one. And when I heard her sing, I was just absolutely blown away. Away.
You and the rest of us. So
she could do cute music. She could do, the Bobby's Girl stuff. She can do powerhouse songs, 11 o'clock numbers. She had it all. So
I can't believe you're saying that, because that my first thought was, I always say, I've said this many times on the air, really with female singers of our music, they're really in one of two categories. Either the very, very sweet voices, like, you hear the Aquatones, or Lillian Leach from the Mellows, the just really beautiful, sweet voice. And then you have singers who just belt it out, like Barbara English from the Clickettes, Arlene Smith, of course, to a certain extent, Baby Washington, right? I've never before heard somebody who has like both. I'm looking, like the rest of you guys can see her, right? But right now on my screen, I'm looking at Doreen, and that's that. In fact, let's just give you an example of hearing both of those. I'm going to play one of my favorite groups, even though they have a total of 4 songs from Cincinnati. I'm So Young has become kind of one of your signature songs, hasn't it?
Yeah, I kind of heard it and I was like, I want to try this song. I want to do it. And I was practicing it. And one night came up and the cameos were playing over at Hemingway's. And I said, I want to sing it with these guys because they're so great at their background vocals.
But that wasn't the original. That's not how she started doing the song.
Go ahead.
We were doing the Whole Foods and ShopRite tour.
Okay.
And, they were hiring us to do like those supermarkets. And one day it was dead of winter. It was about 3 years ago or 4 now. Well, anyway, they're like, well, you're going to be setting up by the frozen food section over here. And Doreen at the time was dancing and she popped her kneecap and she was in a cast. So she's in a cast and she's in this big sweater and she was just hurting and she was tired and it was cold. And so we said, well, she goes, I'm going to try this song. Don't film it. Don't take any pictures of me. I'm not in the mood. I don't look like I need to be picture taken.
Right.
So all of a sudden she starts the song to practice it. And it was, I'm So Young. So it started and I took the camera and I filmed it, which I shouldn't have, but I did. And she killed it. It went up I put it up on, she said, don't post anything today. I posted it because it was that good.
Oh, I remember when you did it at Stu's at the Singers Club, and I was like, "Whoa!" I mean,
You play that song a lot. I hear you when on your show. You do play it, and I was like, it's really. I know you love them so much.
Yeah.
Within 2 hours, by the time we broke down, it had over 5,000 views.
wow.
And it went right to
within an hour.
96,000 views on Facebook.
Holy cow. And for those who have not heard I'm So Young by Stiletto and The Saxman, here we go.
I have a boyfriend. He says I'm the only one. We wanna get married, but we're so young. So young. Can't marry no one. They say our love is just a teenage affection, but no one's direction. So young, can't marry no one. I'm so young. Hey, 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 so young. I'm so young. I can't marry no one. Pretty soon now I'll go to sea, and my baby will have seen the last of me. So young, can't marry no one.
AM 1250 WMTR, WMTRAM.com, Doo-Wop Drive. I am Alan David Stein. They are Stiletto and The Saxman, and I'm So Young. They're great job with it. And they have been. I asked while the record was playing. They have been to Cincinnati. So there we go. So you got it. You got the feeling there. Who was that in the background, by the way? Who's the voice of the group with the harmonies?
It's just the track.
It's a track that we had purchased a while ago, and we liked it. So we have to go through a bunch of different tracks. If we don't like them, we get rid of them. And then this one happened to be dynamite.
You're supposed to tell me that you went to Cincinnati, you found the original surviving members of the students, and they did this. What you're supposed to do. But still, it sounds...
Give us the lead in, cut that, lead us in.
No, I don't want to mess with that. But anyway, one thing that I love about you guys, besides what you do, is besides you absolutely nailing the cover records, you have a lot of stuff that you produced and you wrote yourselves. And that is great. And I mean, you want to hear absolute pure doo-wop. I love this song we're going to play now. It's called Joanne. Tell us about it.
Joanne was written back in 1977. Actually, it started to my dog, Jaja, who was a little French poodle. And then I had the...
it was called Jaja.
It was called Jaja. Now I knew you knew, I'm in love with you kind of thing. And it just sat there. And then all of a sudden I had my high school crush. Joanne. We decided to take the song, or I decided to take the song and rewrite it about this girl I used to like, and a very close friend of the family and everything, but a girl I used to like in high school. And I started doing, I rewrote the song to fit the relationship that I had with her, which was, just a crazy, fun, lesson-learning relationship. And it was really, really nice. But that's how the song came to be. And the Cross Tones in 1980, that was actually my first 45 record, and my only 45 record, and it was released in 1980. But this song...
Were you at the Cross Tones?
I'm an honorary member of the Cross Tones since 1980.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, here we go. This is Joanne. It's a fun up-tempo thing, and it's an original, and I love that. I love when this, because I really feel, because you guys like me, you guys more than me, are younger than the music. And it's not nostalgia for you, it's love the harmonies, love of the music.
Right.
And groups that advance the music by writing their own stuff, it's fantastic. I think this is fantastic. It's called Joanne. Here we go. It's Stiletto and the Saxman on Doo Wop Drive.
Now I know you knew what
Drive, love it. Joanne, by the way, a little bit of like advice, if I may, Joey. Now, Zsa Zsa, the original title, is 2 syllables, right? Joanne is 2 syllables. But you know something? So is Doreen.
That's what I've been telling them.
I mean, come on.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
No, the song I wrote for Doreen is called Christmas Present. You have that there.
Yes.
That's
And
Doreen's song. It's Christmas Present, Doreen's song.
And I will be playing that next week. We're going to play 2 of the Christmas songs this week, and the rest of them when we're all Christmas next week. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, you did an absolutely great job with that. Now, there's no tracks because it's an original. Who was that singing in the background there?
That is like I said, I took my original vocal from 1980 off the original tracks, and I remastered the whole thing and remixed it in my studio, Arminios Studios in Verona. Mm-hmm. Basically, you have the cross tones, Bobby Emmons, Fred Pope, Sherry Morton, and Janet Pope. They're all in the background singing. And also the Wanderers are in the background, which was my old group. I was the leader of the Wanderers for 12 years, from 1992. And that group, Richie Kellenberger, rest in peace. We have Jeff Germain on the record, and we just had a lot of, and Rich Venor. We're all on there. We're all singing backup and playing together. I mixed them all together. Originally, they only had half of them were on one record and the other half were on the other, because the Crosstones also remade that.
Okay, guys, we have to take a very quick break. We are chatting with Joey and Doreen Arminio, a.k.a. Stiletto and The Saxman. More of their music, more of their stories. Great stuff. That's so good to have guests again. It's not as good as being in the studio with you guys, but we will do that later on. In the meantime, we'll be right back with more. This is Doo-Wop Drive. We are back with Joey and Doreen Arminio, Stiletto and The Saxman. During the song, you guys were telling me, I said, you got to tell this on the air. Very interesting little find with the last song we just played with Joanne. Tell us about it.
We were on YouTube, I think, and we looked up Joanne, we found that a group in the UK had recorded it.
Really? Your song? Your Joanne?
Yeah.
Wow. Which group?
The Firebirds.
The Firebirds.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't know who wrote the song. So I was like, my husband wrote this song. And they ended up, reaching out to Joe and became friends, friendly.
Jim Plummer, the leader of the group, is just a good friend of mine now from the UK.
And you guys, what happened when you did this?
Yeah, it was just great. We hit it off, and I told him I wrote this song, and he was like, "Wow, that's fantastic!" And he said, "Thank you, for using it." And we got together, and I played some sax on one of his new songs that hasn't been out yet, and we just became friends. And it's nice overseas. My song was like on a double doo-wop album all over the UK.
The music is so big; it is much bigger than here in Europe. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've told this story many times on the air, but I'll tell it again. I remember it was one of Ronnie I's Christmas parties. I was talking to Earl Lewis from Earl Lewis and the Channels, of course, and he had not long before that been in Europe, done a tour in Europe. And I said, okay, and he was in Germany. I said, I got to know this. What you always do with The Closer You Are, where, they say, what, where? And, the crowd fills in the lyrics. Did you do that? And yeah. Did they know? They knew every word.
Oh yeah. Well, there's so many groups that are amazing out there, like the Crystaliers.
Oh yeah.
Ranger Girls are one of my favorite groups over there.
The Velvet Candles, and there's just, we can go on and on and on.
Going on and on, right.
Next thing I want to play, and Tony will tell you, he played this for me last night, and I was like, whoa! And that is Skyliner in Heaven. It's a homage to a guy who I was proud to call friend, and that was Jimmy Beaumont.
Yeah. We miss him.
Yeah. Tell me about the song.
Chad Senescalchi is a client of mine from the studio, and what Chad likes to do is he likes to do songs for artists that are no longer with us. He did a beautiful song along with our group, the Cameos, was singing backup on the Johnny Maestro, The Light Shines for You, the Johnny Maestro tribute. Mm-hmm. And then his second follow-up song was the tribute to Jimmy Beaumont, because he picked the people that he loves.
And another thing about Chad is he's 26 years old, and he's now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's really, really into this music, and it's wonderful when you see people in their 20s that are, into it. He sent it over, and it was rough, and we all worked together with it.
Yeah, Tom Jacobson's my co-producer. Doreen, myself, we work on lyrics. I do vocal arrangement, the whole thing, and we put this whole thing together. We have our team, and people give us music, and they give us really rough music sometimes. Sometimes they give us stuff as just a song. Well, they'll just go, it sounds like this, and they'll sing it into the phone. This is what I want.
Yeah.
And we scratch our heads. We beat our heads up a little bit, and next thing you know, we come out with a beautiful song of some sort.
We wanted this to sound, like the Skyliner.
Like the Skyliner. We wanted the Skyliner's sound. And,
yeah, that's the first thing and when we play this in a sec, you'll hear immediately Skyliners.
So it tells a little story, has that Skyliner sound. We have some multiple vocals going against one another. And then
who's on the vocals? Who are we hearing there?
You got Doreen and me.
That's really?
Right?
Who else sang on there? Was Nick?
No, just the two of us.
It was just us.
Just the two of us overdubbing.
Wow.
And then actually, the last,
you guys are amazing.
Very, very end, there's the, that's me. I'm doing the girl part.
Wow. Yeah. Did you know Jimmy, by the way? Did you know?
I never met him. I played at a few concerts, but I never met him.
Yeah, I'll tell you when we're done. I'll tell you my Jimmy Beaumont story, and the reason I'm not telling on the air because I tell it about 20 times a year on the air. So here we go, Skyliner in Heaven, and we have a lot of big Skyliner fans who listen, and they're all about to melt and fall in love with you guys. Here it is. You got it. Here it is on Doo-Wop Drive.
It's 1959, doo-wop time, Skyliner on the move, with dreams to improve. This I swear, no one wants to hear, so hard to bear, as few cry a tear. Life's not the same. The pace of music changed. No one left to arrange. Without you, feel so strange. You know I'll be blue since I don't have you. It happened today. Skyliner, come what may, on his lovely way. What a price to pay. All those pennies from heaven came pouring down. That very day you said you'll always be around. Life's not the same. The pace of music changed. No one left to arrange. Without you, it feels so strange. You know I'll be blue since I don't have you.
See was I right? Is that incredible? Great job, guys. AM 1250 WMTR, WMTRAM.com. This is Doo-Wop Drive. I'm Alan David Stein. And I'd say guest in studio, but it's guest on computer, pre-recorded. What is this now? Monday? This is, I lose track. We're on it's Monday night. No, it's Friday night for you. It's Monday night for us. Just some amazing stuff that we're hearing from Stiletto and the Saxman. You had mentioned the cameos. You guys are with the cameos, or part of the cameos, or kind of singing along with the cameos, or?
Well, we're with the cameos as much as we possibly can be with the cameos. So we have our thing going, and they have their thing, and as long as we're not working with us, we're with the cameos. If they have a gig and it comes in, they offer it to us, and if we can't make it because we have something else, then they'll get another sax player, and they won't have a female singer that night. But most of the time, we're with them lately. What I love about 90%. Yeah.
What I love about the cameos, Doreen goes up front with the front four guys: John Basilone, Chris Cerullo, and Danny Ugarte.
Yeah, I love Chris. I know Chris. I love Chris.
They're fantastic. They're great singers. And I get to sit back.
Whenever Chris does Cara Mia, I always afterwards say, "Can I ask a small favor? What? Can I borrow your lungs?" He's amazing.
Mm-hmm. He is amazing. They all are. Everybody in a different way, and it's such a fun group to work with. And I just really enjoy the live harmonies like that. It's
the first time in my life where I could sit back and actually play my saxophone without running sound, running around the stage, trying to sing, grabbing the guitar, playing the trumpet, doing all these things. I can just sit back, play the saxophone, and Doreen sings up front. I hear those harmonies, I just get chills. It's just a beautiful, beautiful group. Amazing.
Yeah. How old were you when you started playing the sax? Because you're amazing on that thing.
I started in 1984 out of total necessity. I was in my group, The Wanderers, in 1982. And what ended up happening was there was 6 of us. We had a sax player, Richie Venor, who was just a good friend of mine. He passed away, and he taught me a lot about the saxophone. And I was a trumpet player, so Richie was always on my right side, and we'd be the horn section of the Wanderers all the time. Finally, Richie kept quitting the band and getting fired and stuff, so finally they said, "Joe, you know what? You either learn the saxophone, or we don't need a trumpet player, we need a sax player."
Before we go any further, I got to ask kind of an inside question, because I just picture this. Your whole thing during, stiletto, and you wear the stiletto heels, when you're on stage and everything. And, that's now part of the, persona, the brand. When the show is over, and Joey, you could tell me this, when she takes those off, does she say, "Good, I hate these blankety blank things. I can't wait to, they're just so uncomfortable"?
She goes from 6'1" to 5'2".
I love it.
I love my shoes. When I put them on, that's my different persona.
I look up.
I love taking them off.
I look up. At the end of the day, I look down. It's amazing.
All right, before we go to the Christmas song, the new Christmas song, and next week I'll play Underneath the Christmas Tree, because that is amazing, because it's gonna be all Christmas. But even before that, you Call Me Angel. Tell me about that. It's a beautiful ballad.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. So we became friendly with Jackie Nunez. I'm not sure if you know her.
I know, of course I know Jackie, yeah.
Okay, you know Jackie. So we became friendly with her from her club, and she had been calling us to come and perform there, and we finally went there and we met her, and she's just a beautiful, wonderful woman. Yeah. And she was very, very close with Billy Dawn Smith, and
we didn't know. I didn't know Billy Dawn Smith.
No, I didn't really know who he was.
I learned so much.
He wrote only everything.
Absolutely amazing.
I know, and I'm guilty of not knowing who the writers were of these great songs. And he wrote, you know what he wrote. He wrote everything.
Yeah, all the credit. I was going to say all the crest stuff.
So she was like, "I want you to, we're going to do a tribute to Billy Dawn Smith." This was after he passed, and she was very close with him. And she said, "I would love you to record one of his songs." And she sent me 2 of them.
Sent us a few of them.
A few of them. This was the one we loved.
My heart. This one this is Doreen.
And I was, Barbara Massey originally recorded it, and it was similar, but I just kind of did it in my own way. I wasn't sure how I was going to do it, and then when I started singing, and you start to get a feel for how you wanted to do it.
Especially in the studio. When I was in the studio mixing that and getting her vocals down, the hairs on my arm just stood up. I was just in awe of listening to her and the song, because it's just my thing. It has the magic changes. It had everything that I needed and the people that we know love it as well.
It's become like one of my most requested songs, and people they think that it's an original, which I wish we could write like Billy Johnson,
Right.
but
Yeah.
but they think it is because it's not that well known.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not one of his, it's not like you're playing one of the Crest hits or something like that.
Right.
So, it's a whole different thing. Let's play it. You Call Me Angel, and from Billy Dawn Smith. And who's in the background of this one?
It's us.
Again, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing all the harmonies, we're doing the sax.
Tom Jacobson.
And Tom Jacobson did the entire musical production. He is a genius. He's a genius. And when we get together, we just have this chemistry, me, Doreen, Tom, and just get a chemistry. It just is unbelievable. And we have a lot of clients and a lot of happy people that are just loving
He
it.
gets a really great feel for what people want when they write a song, or when they say, look, this is what we want. And he researches.
He breaks it down.
and
He
it's-
charts everything out. It's amazing.
Yeah. This is great. All right, here we go. Stiletto, the Saxman, You Call Me Angel.
You say that I must be from heaven when you hold me tenderly. You say that I'm your lucky seven, and I will always be
1250 WMTR, WMTRAM.com on Doo-Wop Drive. I'm Alan David Stein with Stiletto and The Saxman. We were talking about hair, and Tony Dean and Joey kind of have a similar style. I have been, by the way, yeah, exactly. With COVID, I mean, this is not what I normally look like. I have not had a haircut since March. And for those who don't know, I look like the love child of Jerry Garcia and Albert Einstein, you know, with a little Bernie Sanders when the wind is, rises up, they'll throw him in. And I could talk like him too, I mean, that was more Jackie Mason, I think. But anyway, we're going to take another quickie break, and then we'll come back with these guys with Stiletto and the Saxman, aka Joey and Doreen Arminio. That's coming up right after this. AM 1250 WMTR, WMTRAM.com, Doo-Wop Drive. I am Alan David Stein, and we are here with Joey and Doreen Arminio, a.k.a. Stiletto and the Saxman. And we're doing this via Zoom, and that means that now, going forward, until we can get back to the studio, we can actually have guests. And by the way, Joey and Doreen got really dressed up for this, even though you guys don't see it. It's like, Doreen with the gown. And actually, I love that. Tell everybody that shirt, what it is you're wearing.
I'm wearing the Bazooka Joe shirt. They call me, that's my nickname, Bazooka Joe. And I collected all these Bazooka shirts from the bubblegum company.
I love Bazooka bubblegum here. You can't get it anywhere anymore.
No, you can't.
We had a group we were doing a couple of years back. It was called Bazooka Joe and the Bubblegum Machine, and it was all bubblegum music.
I love it.
70s, fun stuff.
Until
they sued us.
Really? What?
Well, they gave us a cease and desist. Don't use the name anymore.
That's why I could only wear my shirt on radio.
For airing, do you want me to edit out the B word this way? I mean,
no.
Okay.
They can, see, I'm allowed to be called Bazooka Joe. I just can't advertise their logos.
Well, I hate stupid people. I mean, put it this way: if you want to wear a shirt that says "Doo-Wop Drive with Alan David Stein," do it, please. That's fine.
They didn't find that. They didn't like that.
It's absolutely nuts. Anyway, before we take a break, I want to play 2 songs, and then at the top of the hour, because we have to let the computer take over to hit the hour ID, because we're pre-recorded because of COVID. And then, depending on time, the computer may play a random song. But what we're going to do is play, first of all, your version. She does an amazing version. "Be My Baby." I mean, you know how I always say, Ronnie Bennett Spector, I love you? She sounds just like Ronnie here. This is great. And also, a song, the first 2 shows of the year. We're going to do what we do every year, unfortunately, and that is highlight the artists that we've lost over the last year. So in honor of that, we're going to play really kind of cool song. It's called Malt Shop in the Sky. So we'll do that, then we'll hit our break, and then top of the hour, we'll be back. This is Doo-Wop Drive.
The night we met, I knew I needed you so. And if I had the chance, I'd never let you go. So won't you say you love me? I'll make you so proud of me. We'll make them turn their heads every place we go. So won't you please
Bum ba ba bum ba bum ba bum bum bum. I'm going to that march up in the sky. I'm going to the place where people never die, and where the soda fountains never will run dry. In that march up in the sky. I'm going where they play the jukebox all day long, and everybody sings a brand new song. I guess I'm gonna make it my turn alone in that mall shop in the sky, where there'll be lots of yeah, the angels will be singing all over the place. We'll finally meet the owner, face to face, in that mall shop in the sky. I hope that you'll be there, it's gonna be a blast. The owner will receive you if you only ask, and then you can't forget all about your past in that mall shop in the sky. Well, there'll be lots of yeah, the angels will be singing all over the place. And when we meet the owner, face to face, in that mall shop in the sky, I hope that you'll be there, it's gonna be a blast. The owner will receive you if you only ask, and then you can't forget all about your past in that mall shop in the sky. Oh, in that mall shop in the sky. Oh, in that mall shop in the sky.
And here we go, hour number 3. I'm Alan David Stein, and we are still going to spend a little more time with Joey Arminio. He is here. Doreen Arminio, she is here. And so is Nino Cosentino and Tony Dean. Back to Stiletto and The Saxman. You guys are just amazing, and let's talk about Christmas music. We're going to hear now a warm and cozy Christmas, and I promise next week, everybody, it's all Christmas music, and I'm going to feature Baby It's Cold Outside, which they do, which is amazing, Christmas Everywhere, which is also fantastic, Christmas Present, fell in love with that, and tonight I heard, before we went on the air, Underneath the Christmas Tree, which is, there's a story behind, you know what the hey? I'll play one of them this week and next week, but let's do a warm and cozy Christmas before. Then we will do the other one. Tony and Nino, you were part of a warm and cozy Christmas. Tell us about it. And tell us about who you are and your background.
I was back in the 50s with Don Kirshner and Al Nevins. I was affiliated with the Aldrin Music. We actually had the office right next to Don Kirshner. There was Barry Mann, who was a writer.
This is in the Brill Building you're talking about?
No, the Brill Building, he also had that, but that was for just writers mostly until he brought them up to 1650. 1650 was the main office.
Right.
Al Nevins and Don Kirshner.
Wow.
And there was Connie Francis, Neil Sedaka, Greenleaf, Bobby Darin, Barry Mann, and ourselves. We worked.
Too bad you didn't meet any notable people over there. My God, that's amazing.
Yeah, but anyhow, it was a fun thing and a great experience, and we had the opportunity to work on a lot of demos. Bless You,
Wow.
Tony Orlando. We did a lot of demos.
Mm-hmm.
Who Put the Bomb in the Bomb, Footsteps.
Wow.
And on Teddy Randazzo, That's a Way of a Clown. We did a lot of work.
Yeah. How'd this whole collaboration with the new Christmas song with Warm and Cozy come up?
Okay, what happened there was the Warm and Cozy Christmas, the title, Tony came up with. It was supposed to be for Pink. He wanted deliver it to Pink. That's who he wanted this for. So I says, okay, I'll try. I'll do what I can do. So I came up and I talked to Tony. I got Tony. He was in the house. I says, Tony, I says, we got a shot here to do something really good. Let's get serious and see what we can do. So he says, well, why don't we use the title that I came up with? He says, Warm and Cozy Christmas. I says, that's absolutely
Great title. Why let it go to waste?
That's right.
Yeah.
He says to me, he says, how about this? He says, coming for the second verse, it's warm and cozy Christmas as we cuddle by the tree. The warmth that comes from knowing there's no place you'd rather be. Okay, so, but I was saying that, to me, it was like, here, the guy, she felt the actual presence of just him, and it was that set me off to go into a love story.
That's great. Now, how did Joey and Doreen come into the picture?
I saw you guys. I went down to
The East Coast Music Hall of Fame Gala. 2009.
Right.
and Doreen comes out and does Connie Francis, who I worked with.
Yeah.
I used to hear her voice constantly down there. Okay, and she came out. I know who she was. I didn't know anything about them. And she did her thing. And I says, oh, my God.
Yep. I was there.
I got in there.
I was there.
Oh, my God. She opened it. She set the stage for the whole show. She really did.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt. So now I don't know who she is. So I went and listened to the show and everything. I ran home to Tony. Says, Tony, I got it. This is it. This is our key. I said, but I don't know who she is. So I explained it to him, and he found out, and he got hold of them.
And the rest is history. I love it.
The rest is history.
Yeah. Let's get back to the song. I mean, you guys just heard the backstory, and it's a beautiful, beautiful song. And you know what? When first time I heard it, in a mental picture, what did I picture? A couple in front of the fireplace. Either that, or if they didn't have one, Channel 11 was on. They're watching the Yule log. One of the two, right? All right, and people around the country or anybody else who are listening know, what's a Yule? Is it, just look it up on YouTube, you'll see. You have to watch all 12 hours of it to appreciate it.
Yes.
All right, here we go on Doo-Wop Drive. Hello, warm and cozy Christmas. Now, this is the web chords in the background, correct?
Yes.
Okay, with the web chords, once again, Stiletto and The Saxman on Doo-Wop Drive. Cuddle up for this.
It's a warm and cozy Christmas, not because the fire's warm. It's because we're here together and our hearts are beating strong. Carolers are outside singing in perfect harmony. It's not because of Christmas that means so much to me.
It's a warm and cozy Christmas as we cuddle by the tree. It's the warmth that comes from knowing there's no place you'd rather be. The excitement of the season growing deep inside of me. It's not because of presents, it's the love you bring to me.
Stand by my side on this Christmas, walking hand in hand through this Christmas. We'll take a horse-drawn sleigh on a clear Christmas day. Then we'll find our warm and cozy Christmas. Christmas. Feeling God's loving glow on this Christmas. The Christ child was born,
On the 25th December month.
and that was the true start of Christmas. He too shared his love, Lord, this Christmas. We do share the love on this.
Share the love on this.
Do share the love on this Christmas.
Now that is beautiful. That if you're right now sitting in the cold, I promise you're warmer after hearing that, right?
yeah.
I mean, definitely. AM 1250 WMTR, WMTRAM.com, Doo-Wop Drive. I'm Alan David Stein here with Stiletto and The Saxman, a.k.a. Joey and Doreen Arminio. And we're going to end on this note. And you guys, we will do this again, definitely, maybe in studio when we could do things like be with other people and all kind of like wild things like that.
Oh
Which
yeah.
hopefully soon. But tell me about Underneath the Christmas Tree, because this is a great song. And again, next week we'll play, wait till you hear their version of Baby It's Cold Outside and Christmas Everywhere and Christmas Present. Tell us about Underneath the Christmas Tree.
Well, Underneath the Christmas Tree was a song that we wanted just an amazing Christmas song, something to do for the, we wanted to do a music video. So we figured we needed a nice, strong song that can go along with a good video shoot. Because in Arminios Studios, we do video shoot, we do video, audio, documentaries, do the whole thing. And Tom Jacobson, I said, Tom, I need a great Christmas song for a great video. And so he put together the music and stuff, and then we worked on the lyrics, Doreen and I, and it just came up with that whole essence of Christmas. And if you see our music video, which is aired online, it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, and you can see the whole idea of the whole thing. With Doreen, I wanted her to use her Ronnie Spector sound in it, and the saxophones in it. We just piled it all in. Very doo-woppy. I get to use my bass singing voice. I get to use the high soprano.
And it's funny because in the center of the song, there's an actual gift unwrapping, like we're opening gifts.
Right.
We were in the studio and I said, you know what? I took a ball of paper and I threw it at Joe and I started talking. And it was so one take because I knew if we started practicing that, it would have come out really.
It came out like, no, we can't act.
Acting. So we just did it really quick and it came out really cute.
It came out great. And it was cool because this video, we actually did this song in 2018, and then we released in 2019 with the music video, but it took us 2 years to shoot the video because we released it kind of the night before it was on Christmas Eve. So it was kind of there and gone, and then it wasn't finished. So we said, you know what, we're not going to do this. Let's wait. And then the next year we got a beautiful snowstorm right in the middle of my sax solo. So me, Doreen, we ran out in this snowstorm. It only lasted for 1 hour when Jake was dressed up as a Santa Claus playing.
Oh, in the video, that's real snow. That's not, soap suds or anything like that.
That's real snow. It was a 1 hour of snow when I happened to have the camera and everything going on a shoot. So we stopped what we were doing, ran outside and started taking video.
Cold.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's never going to happen again for like that perfect kind of timing.
It was perfect. 2 years to shoot the video, and it came out just beautiful. We used where'd we go? We were in New Hope. It's shot in New Hope,
right.
Verona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're from Verona. By the way, I got married in Verona.
Ritual Caters?
Yeah. Yes. And,
I used to work there.
Oh my God. But I'll also add that I got divorced in Tom's River, but that's another.
Nice. All right.
That was the first. That was the first marriage. But anyway, before we play Underneath the Christmas Tree, because we're going to end on that, a lot of people are probably yelling at me saying, "Hey, idiot! Will you please ask them how I can get their CDs and all this and where to find the website?" So the idiot is now asking you. People want to know more and want to hear more. Where do they go?
Well, they can learn a lot more right now because we're right in the end of the process of writing Joey's autobiography.
That's right. That's what I have the note here, Joey book. So also tell us about that.
It's called 0 to 60, and it's his whole life, the whole growing up and musical influences and just all these stories about everybody that he's worked with. And I've been doing the editing. It's really a lot of pictures, a lot of stories. It's about right now maybe 400 to 500 pages, and it's a lot of work, and we're almost done with it. So that's
lots of tears, lots of hardships, and
when it comes to fruition, please let me know. I mean, definitely, you guys will come into God willing, we can go in the studio again, and have all you guys in.
Thank you.
And I gave him the name to his next book.
Go ahead.
I told him what his next book needs to be called. 6 Degrees to Joey Arminio, because he knows everybody in the business.
Yeah, it sounds like
either where he's worked with or knows everybody in the business.
That's
And you guys are all in. You guys are all in the book
as well. So anybody that we've dealt with in any capacity that you can mention, I did, because that's what I owe my career to all of you guys and all you great DJs and all the great musicians and people I've worked with. It's been an honor.
Yeah, you are definitely one of the up and coming acts, and I'm so thrilled because again, because we're young, compared to, I mean, let's face it, there, a lot of the people, the original singers, they're retiring or going to more permanent places.
Wait a minute.
No, they are.
Wait a minute. I'm not old.
No, you're not old. No, but how many? I mean, I don't want to start getting names, but there. A lot of them are retiring, and what's going to keep this music? And I always say, I want more than keeping it alive. I want to see it thrive. And for us, it's the love of the music. It's not nostalgia. It's not us and Bobby Joe and the drive-in or something like that. No, it's like just I don't know. I fell in love with it listening to Gus Gossard on WPIX back in the early '70s. Hey, there's this guy playing this incredible music. And everybody in high school said, play Black Sabbath. No, play the harp tones. And they thought I was weird, and they were right. But
that was when I was in high school. Yeah. Everybody was listening to in the '70s. They're listening to Boston and
of course.
Yellow and all those late '60s groups, the rock groups.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running around with a leather jacket and a cassette deck playing oldies, holding it on my shoulder, walking around the classes with the cassette deck, and everybody's like, "This guy's weird. What is he doing?"
No, they were the weirdos. We weren't.
That was me.
Nino, Tony, of course,
yes.
Joey and Doreen, all you guys, thank you so much. I mean, this is great. We're going to play Underneath the Christmas Tree. You want to hear a lot more of, we never got the question answered that we originally started with. And that is, where do we find you as far as stuff besides, the website and everything else?
www.arminioentertainment.com. So Arminio is spelled with all I's, no E's, ARMINIO Entertainment.
Okay. And if you're looking for A Warm and Cozy Christmas, the song that Alan just played, just go to iTunes or any of the major download sites, Amazon Prime, etc., and just look it up. It's A Warm and Cozy Christmas by the Web Chords featuring Joey and Doreen Arminio.
All righty. Super duper. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And let's go underneath the Christmas tree on Doo-Wop Drive.
Christmas time is here, my favorite time of year. My baby said she'd get me something special under the Christmas tree. A gift she got for me. She'll deck the halls with lots of boughs of holly. Stars on the tree so bright, my baby's got a light. This Christmas spirit all around. So let the sleigh bells ring and hear the children sing. I can't stand the wait no more. I wonder what will be underneath the Christmas tree. Something that is dear to me.
Oh, I can't wait no more. Christmas spirit, that's for sure. We'll have a cup of tea, ring in the new year. Oh, I can't stand the way I'm I wonder what will be underneath the Christmas tree. Something that is dear to me.
So let the sleigh bells ring and hear the children sing the Christmas spirit all around.
We'll have a cup of tea, ringing in the new year. Oh, I can't stand the way I wonder what will be underneath the Christmas tree. Something that is dear to me. I wonder what will be underneath the Christmas tree. Something that is dear to me. Something that is dear to me. Something that is dear to me.
Here's your present. You want to open it first or me?
Oh, I'll open mine. Here's yours.
No, I just can't wait.
Oh, it's great that you're opening. Come on, hurry up.
Oh, I love it.
It's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Mwah.
And that is a fantastic record. AM 1250 WMTR, WMTRAM.com, Doo-Wop Drive. I'm Alan David Stein. And thank you again to everybody. I mean, Joey, Doreen, Tony, Nino. That was just a great time.